Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Nods here with another video. Today, we're going to be doing a full gameplay in solo battles. Now, this will only be on current gen. I only play solo battles on current gen. I tried next gen, and next gen is just way too hard. And it's just very frustrating, and it actually takes longer on next gen. So, if you have current gen, this is a play-by-play guide to score top 100 in solo battles. Now on the screen here, this is the offense that I'm running with. I do a Browns theme team every year, and that's what I stick with all the time. But the notables that you want to make sure that you have a decent quarterback, somebody with a quicker release. I go Josh Allen. He's not very expensive, and his release works perfect for this. Receiving wise, again, nothing crazy. You just want to make sure that you have somebody that can get route technician. If you have Lance Allworth, route technician is free for you, so big difference there. If you have a Brandon Marshall out there and you want to put route technician on him, that'll cost you $1,000 training. And for running back, I have 93 Nick Chubb. Obviously you don't need that limited card. Before this, I was using Raheem Mostert, one of the fastest running backs in the game, and he was doing just fine for me. Now we're going to go over abilities for offense. I'm only using 2 abilities here, and for Lance Allworth, like I said, route technician, I don't know if it's free or 10 training, but either way, it's very cheap. And then for Josh Allen, you don't have to do this because he already has a quick release as it is, but I put set feet lead on him. That way he can get rid of the ball even quicker. And now we're looking at the defensive end. Obviously, this is the Browns theme team defense. Now, the positions that you want to make sure that you have are corners. You want to make sure you have good corners, good safeties. That way, if a play gets burnt, you have good players to cover those players downfield. Now, when it comes to abilities for your defense, I have acrobat on every one of my corners and one of my safeties, but the most important thing is to make sure that your corner on the right side of the field defensively has acrobat. You don't need to spend all this training to get everyone with acrobat. Just make sure that your corner on the right side has acrobat. Now, when it comes to your playbooks, offensively, you want to make sure that you have the alternate offense, run heavy offense. This will allow you to get access to the power roll run play that we run and the PA vertical shot pass play that we run. Defensively, don't worry about it because we only run special teams plays, and that's in every defensive playbook, so don't worry about it there. And then when it comes to the, what do you want to call them, the chemistry cards there at the bottom, just go with what you got. Nothing specific there. If you guys want a full breakdown of the plays that I run in solo battles, watch my first solo battles video. I'll put that in the description below. That'll walk you through exactly what I do. I will touch on it in this video, but I won't go in deep detail over it because it's already out there. So make sure you guys check that out before you start this. All right, so we're coming out here early. We got the ball first. And first things first, you want to make sure you get the ball. I like to get it on, like the 8 to the 10, not the 1, because sometimes this running play here does get blown up and you do not want a safety here. So PA power O pass, audible to power O, flip your run to the other side and then motion over your fullback. Boom, you got a wide open hole. Now, these first couple drives I like to focus on rushing, and I run all the way to the 1. That way I get my first down, and then I just run it right up the middle with the fullback to secure the touchdown. Now, I usually, depending on how it goes, I'll do just the first 2 drives to get my rushing yards. If I'm having issues, then I will make it maybe the 3rd or 4th drive, but nothing beyond that. All right, so quick and easy. You guys are going to notice that we're going to get points really fast on this, so that's why I don't really stress out much on the points. I think the threshold is like 50 points they want you to get to, but with the way that we're running this, we get it no problem. So defensively, punt block 44 even. Wait to call your audible until the quarterback calls his audible. Now we're in punt block man. We bait the quarterback into throwing the ball. And like I said, if you have that acrobat on these corners, it's easy. And you want to make sure that you got acrobat on that corner. You don't have to have them on all of them, just that one. So we're back to getting our rushing yards. Same exact play. PA power O pass, audible to power O, and doing the same exact thing. Look how open the field is. And like I said before, guys, you don't need to have a good player. You can just have Raheem Mostert with good speed. Unfortunately, we accidentally went in and scored a touchdown there. It's okay, though, because we'll still get our first downs. But preferably, you want to get out of bounds there. That way you get an extra first down. So, 14-0. We're only 30 seconds into the game. Onside kick. And you definitely want to onside kick every single time. Sometimes you get the recovery. Sometimes you can hit stick the guy and he'll fumble. All right, we're back on defense. Same thing. Pump safe man is what we're going to audible to after he calls the audible. Now, I believe here the quarterback doesn't throw the ball. This is going to happen a lot. Sometimes he won't throw the ball and he'll take off and get a big chunk of yards. It's okay if this happens. Now, I call a timeout there to try to save as much time as possible. Anytime they got the clock running and I have timeouts, I'm going to use a timeout. But we run the same play. We don't change nothing. And easy as that, we get the pick. So if he takes off and improvises, don't freak out. It's not a big deal. Run the play again. You'll likely get the interception. All right, now it's personal preference for you. I go passing yards here. If you didn't get as many yards as you thought you would on those first two drives, you can definitely do rushing again right here. But I'm back to passing, or not back. I'm starting with passing, and I'm getting some first downs here. Now, big thing to note here. Notice I don't call my play until the play clock, the green numbers, gets down to 20 seconds. What that does is saves you a lot of time. If you call the play and those green numbers have 25 seconds, it'll accelerate down to 20 and you'll lose that time in your main clock as well. So you always want to make sure that those green numbers say 20 seconds before you call a play, or else you'll lose a lot of time. It might not look like much, but yeah, it all adds up. But yeah, the play that we're running is PA verticals shot. Very simple play. All you need to do is slant that slot receiver there. And this is where route technician will come into play. He gets a lot of separation on that corner. And sometimes it is covered. Make sure you do not force the ball. Make sure you know for sure that you can get the ball to that receiver. So right there, we can take the sack or we can throw it out of bounds. There we get hit. We still complete the pass. We don't get out of bounds. So we're going to call a timeout. But we're right back to it. Same play. We're going to take our touchdown here. And it's not open, actually. So, again, got to be patient. Throw it out of bounds. Try it again. They'll be in a different defense. He will likely get open, especially with that route technician. Wide open, touchdown. Now, when it comes to trying to get your first downs and stuff, yeah, I did get some first downs on that drive, but at most, I'll do like 3 or 4 first downs before we get the touchdown. Where you really want to look for first downs and really stack up on them is when your 2 minutes are under in the second quarter and the entire fourth quarter. In those time frames, the accelerated clock does not happen. As long as you get out of bounds, the clock will stay still and you have plenty of time. So that's where I stack up on my first down. So we get the interception there. We're back on offense. And we are back to getting passing yards. So I'm going to take like 3 or 4 first downs here. And then I'm going to score my touchdown real quick. Notice we're still in the first quarter. And I'm pretty close to getting 28 points. Guys, we are perfectly fine points-wise. So you really just want to focus on where you're at with your rushing yards and your passing yards. And get those yards when needed. Now, this offense does work on next gen. It's a lot harder. That's why I do not do solo battles. on next gen, but you still can do it. The main reason I don't do solo battles on next gen is because the defense does not work at all. You can't get interceptions as easy. It's just much less stressful on current gen. So now watch this next play. We're going to call the same pass play, but look at A. There's no one in front of them, and everyone's on the left side of the field. So what we're going to do here when we see that is streak A, and then we'll block our running back. That way they don't do the play action. When that happens, there's either going to be a lot of pressure or that whole left side of that field is going to be covered and the slant won't be open. So just streak them and hit A real quick, and it'll be a quick completion for you. All right, so far we're sitting perfect right now. This is a perfect game. So if you guys go off script here, something happens, they score a touchdown, don't get discouraged. Just keep going. Stick to the script. It'll end well for you. The part that hurts people the most is yards given up. When they score, it's not that big a deal. It's the yards that are given up. So if you give up, 50 yards or so, take some sacks, and those yards will go away. And I will show you how to do sacks here later. We usually get our sacks in the second quarter. But yeah, I will definitely show you how to do that. So we're sitting good. I wanted to get some more rushing yards. Wanted to show you right there. This is kind of a good way to get sticky with the CPU defense and how to get around them really easy. When you break to the outside like that and you kind of zigzag your guy the way I did, the CPU, I don't know what they do, but they get caught in some kind of animation and you create a lot of space between you and the defender. So you almost want to just kind of run at them real quick and then run to the other side real fast, and you'll shake that defender real easy, especially if you have a fast running back. I apologize. We did lose the clip on defense, but I did get an interception, and this is what I've been doing. I've been passing the ball, and I think I got like 3 or 4 first downs, and we got the touchdown. So it's not even halftime yet, and we're at 42-0, guys. And now we're getting toward the end of the second quarter. This is when the field goal, block, interception play, whatever you want to call it, sometimes can get broken. So I'm going to go to 8 up safe man, and we're going to get some sacks. Notice I take Jamar Chase out and put Antrell Roll in. That way the QB does not break a tackle. So we'll bring Roll all the way down. And a good way to get timing on this play is to obviously make sure that your guy's always moving, because if you don't, he will freeze and you won't be able to run in there. But a good way that I time this up is I watch the players that are being audibled. Right when they get set is when I run in. And you get an easy sack every single time. And it's perfect for getting sacks and taking away those yards that were given up. So 8 up safe, man. Bring our guy all the way down. Watch the guys that are being audibled. Right when they come to set is when I run in there. Boom. Another sack. Easy as that, guys. So they're punting the ball. We've got 1:30 left. I want to make sure that they do not get the ball back, because in this time frame is when that field goal interception play does not work. Sometimes it does, but I'm not taking any chances here. I'm not giving them the ball back. So what I like to do here is get my passing yards, get some first downs, and once we're out of first downs, we'll run that clock down and go to halftime. Now notice here, I can pick my play when it's not at, the play clock isn't at 20 seconds. The clock will not count down when it's under 2 minutes. So here, we're good. All we got to do is get those first downs, get down the field, and get to halftime. Now, guys, let me know if this is helpful for you guys. I started practicing this in Madden 21, and it was very effective. And I was able to make a lot of coins in Madden 21 doing this. Unfortunately, the rewards are messed up in solo. Not messed up. The rewards are terrible this year in solo battles, but you still get a lot of coins doing this. So if you don't want to play weekend league, if you don't want to grind the game too much, if you don't want to, especially if you don't want to spend money, this is perfect to get a bunch of coins. So there again, you saw that the corner was not in front of Allworth. So I just put him on a little quick streak. Got the first down. Easy. You want to make sure that you're watching that corner, safety, whoever is on you. You want to make sure he's in front of you. If he's not and he's on the left side of the field, that slant probably won't be open. So you can either streak him, put him on a hitch, whatever. He'll be open. Now I'm going to remind you guys again. Usually solo battles, I'm placing anywhere from 10 to 25. That's where I'm at. So you can afford to make some mistakes if you're trying to just get top 100. So if you make mistakes, don't get discouraged. Like I said, just keep going. So we're at the half. Taking a look at our stats here, we're at 225 rushing and 322 passing. We're sitting perfect to get those thresholds. We're only 25 yards away from our rushing. And touchdowns wise, we are fine rushing, and we still need a few on the passing. So we're at a great pace right now. I'll probably get all my stats in the third quarter here. And then when the fourth quarter comes, that's when you want to really milk that clock, unless there's some stats out there you need to get. I usually get all my stats by the third quarter, and fourth quarter, I just milk the clock and make sure that they don't get the ball back, because for whatever reason in the fourth quarter, defense just isn't a thing. They tear you up and you give up all kinds of yards. So we're going to get everything now, and we'll take our interception there back on offense. So I'm starting off with a rushing play here. I'm just going to get that 250 threshold, and then we're going to go right back to passing. So simple as this, wide open. We'll get our first down, swerve a player or two. Easy. We're done with rushing. Notice I don't really have like a set schedule of when to get rushing yards and when to get passing yards. Whatever you need the most or whatever you want to get done at that moment, do it. Just make sure you're playing it smart. Make sure you're stopping that clock, and you'll get everything that you need. So we're back to passing. We'll get a first down. I don't think we'll be able to get another one here. Let's see, 1st and 10. We might be able to get another one. But again, you're back in the third quarter. You want to make sure that clock is at 20 before you call a play. Don't want to waste any time. Now there's nobody above A, so we're going to put him on a streak and make sure that we block our running back, and he'll be wide open for the touchdown. Look at that, guys. 56 points. 56-0. We're sitting golden right now. No issues at all. Now, if you watched my first video on solo battles, I did say before to get 10 sacks, and I did actually do that in Madden 21. I always made sure that I got 10 sacks. I'm noticing this year that the sacks aren't as important. As long as you get those sacks, in the second quarter, you get like 3 or 4. That gives you a little point boost. And I am usually able to get over 26,000 when I do that. And you can do the 10 sacks. It might give you a couple more points, but I don't do it. I always want to make sure that I get my stats. So right here, I was a little behind on passing yards, so I didn't take any first downs. I just took a touchdown for the first play. That's the beauty of that play. If you need a big bunch of yards, you can just run that play real quick and take off for like a 70 to 90-yard touchdown. Easy. I might not have been way behind, but I want to make sure that I get those 500 passing yards before the fourth quarter. So we're going to get the ball back here, and that's when we'll try to get a few more first downs. Now, this play right here, you notice the play gets broken. He doesn't throw it right away. If you notice what I did there, I swerved Joe Hayden out just a little bit more to try to keep baiting him. If he doesn't throw it right away, don't freak out. It's not a big deal. Just swerve out a little bit, make it look like he's wide open, and then boom, come right back and get that pick. And the glory of having the acrobat on that player is amazing, because if he didn't have acrobat and you're swerving like that, he might throw it over your head and you might not be able to get it. So right there, we get a lot of pressure. We get sacked, not sacked, but we get tackled, and we're not able to throw the ball as strong, and we can't get out of bounds. So we call a timeout. We're saving time here, guys. You just got to be aware of the situations and take advantage of it. And we're right back to it, getting passing yards. We're at 482 right now with 25 completions, 5 more completions, 20 more yards. We're sitting great right now. So what my thought process here is, we're getting close to the 4th. I don't necessarily want to go all first downs here. I want to go ahead and just score right here, because now they will throw another interception, and I'm pretty confident that I can burn all this time that's on the clock just by running the ball. So we actually land a nice hit stick on this player on this onside kick. Didn't fumble, but I would say 9 times out of 10 when you land that and you hit him that hard, especially if it's not as good of a player, he's going to fumble that ball and you're going to recover it, and that'll save you a lot of time on the onside kick. So that's why we onside kick. We got the ball back. Now, I'm not really sure why I did this. At this point, I should be just getting the first downs, getting my stats, and being done, running that clock out. But for whatever reason, I was trying to score a touchdown here. Don't do that. I guess I was just trying to solidify that I got 500 yards. I'm not sure what I was doing at all. But we only need 3 more completions, and then we'll be done. I think what I was doing, I think I scored a touchdown here. I think what happened was I didn't think I was going to be able to milk all that time, including the 4th quarter, to be able to finish the game. So I just scored another touchdown. Now I have less time to burn. But if you have that kind of time, man, we almost got another fumble. If you have that kind of time in the 3rd quarter and you have all of your stats, honestly, just run the ball and you'll be able to milk the clock. You should be able to make it no problem. But we're still in the 3rd, so this defense is still going to work, and we'll be able to get our interception here. Now is when we're going to milk the clock and make sure that the computer does not get the ball back. So a little extra thing here you can do if you're in this scenario, you can go in your stats, check up on your first downs, because odds are you might be a couple short and you want to see where you're at, cover those stats, and then be done. Just make sure that you put ball carrier on conservative. I can't tell you how many times last season I was doing this and I would get hit stick and he would fumble. Something with the CPU, I don't know. But anyways, stats-wise, we're all good. And we only need 2 more first downs, and I will be able to cover that easily by running the ball here. So there's no reason to pass the ball. Just make sure that you just get that first down and continue to play. So we're at 4th and 1. I still have a lot of confidence here. I'm not going to run the ball, but we're going to go back to that pass play and make sure that we get this first down here. And I actually put him on a drag. He'll still get just as open. He just won't go as far out. So we get the first down here. We got another set of 4 to go through. And honestly, I'm not sure why I'm passing here. I guess I'm just really aggressive on getting the first downs. But honestly, guys, you could just run the ball the rest of this quarter to guarantee that you'll get those first downs still, and you'll be fine. So let's see. Let's make sure I'm running here. Yes, now we're back to running the ball. We're going to milk the clock. There's a lot of things, man, that I'm questioning here, but we're all good. We're still going to get our stats. We're still going to be fine, and we're going to get that 26,000 at the end of the score. So we're almost done here. Nothing else really matters. Again, make sure conservative ball carrier is on, because Solo Battle CPU, as we all know, does like to cheat sometimes, and that will happen a lot. Happened to me. Actually, it's happened to me twice already this year. It's happened to me many times in Madden 21. So we're getting to the tail end of our game here. It's going to be the last snap. And we're done, guys. That was a perfect game on my end. I don't think we made any mistakes. We're going to take a quick look at our stat line here. 609 pass yards. Yep, we're all good there. 8 touchdowns. We got 27 first downs. Like I said, that threshold for first downs is 25 to 30. And then I got 297 rushing. So, yeah, we did everything we needed to do. Should be at 26,000. And we just get over the threshold. I'm not sure why. We're very close. But, hey, we still got 26. That's the main goal. So, yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I hope this method helps you guys get into that top 100 because I know coins are getting harder and harder to come across. So be sure to leave a comment if you have any questions. Also, guys, I'm going on like 2 weeks of doing YouTube and I'm at 50 subs. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching my videos. Keep it going strong. If you guys want daily content, tips and tricks, be sure to subscribe. Peace out.